Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So, drama. Anyway, my name's Stacey if you're new. I basically just filmed this whole video and realised I didn't turn on my mic, so now I'm doing it again. So today's video is, I did a little poll on my Instagram actually, and I asked people what they wanted to see for a spring makeup look. I was looking at some trends and there's definitely a trend for like cobalt and blues and greens and a couple of other things and like a peachy gold look. And out of the blue and the peachy gold one, so that's what I'm going to do today. I decided to do a spring look because spring's coming up and it's my niece's birthday on the day that, is it spring solstice? Is that a thing? Because I know there's winter and summer, but anyway, it's my niece's birthday on the day that it becomes spring, so I was like, oh, I'll do this for her, even though she's 12 and she's not wearing makeup, but anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, so skin, I have just done my Ombre Elise moisturizer and my Pixie Glow Mist off camera because especially now, Amanda could wake up at any second, so I need to be fast. Right, I'm going to go straight into it. I am using the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation in colour 7.25, which is Cool Almond. For me, spring makeup is about looking realistic and things looking like skin, so that's why I'm using this, because it does what it says on the tin. That foundation really does look like skin. I've mixed it with my Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer. And excuse me if my brush looks dirty, but it was clean the first time round. And I don't have time to wash and start again. So I'm using my Zoeva 102, yeah, silk finish brush and just buffing this in. And this foundation gives definitely like a medium coverage. You can see I've got a scar there and it still shows through, but that doesn't bother me. I kind of like some imperfections in my skin. If it bothers you, just use some concealer and cover it, but I'm cool leaving it. And adding the fluid sheer just gives a really nice glow to the makeup. If you have oilier skin, just use a mattifying primer underneath and it will definitely help everything stay in place longer. Right, for concealer, I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amande. Because spring makeup is about being fresh. Eye bags don't equal fresh, so we've got to get rid of these. Right, what brush did I use? Yes, I'm using my MAC 224 and just blending that through. I guess the good thing about the mistake is I kind of know what I'm doing now, so I should be able to do this relatively quickly. And just blend down here again. Okay, I'm really loving my NYX brow pencil. So I'm going to do my brows now and brush them up first and sort out Strugglina. She needs a lot of help. I don't fill in all my gaps as well because my brows aren't, they're not solid. I naturally have quite gappy brows. So if I fill them in, it looks really fake. And we all know that I don't like fake looking makeup, so I keep some gaps in, but I just want her to have a bit more strength because this brow's a bit stronger. Perfect. Then I'm using my Illamasqua brow gel just to set them in place. This gap is a bit big here. Let's get rid of that. Make that a bit smaller. Okay, then for underneath my brows, I'm going to use a little bit of my foundation today. And I'm using a 239 from MAC and just making that a little bit sharper. But in a supernatural way. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I am using the MAC Paint Pot in Indianwood, which is a gold paint pot. I'm just using my ring finger and a little bit goes a long way, so don't put too much on, and I'm just going to blend this on my lid. These are really good for staying power, so if you find that you have problems with your shadows creasing and not staying in place, definitely give these a look. I don't really have that problem, but sometimes I like to use them, on myself anyway. On my clients I always use them, but on myself I like to use them sometimes for colour. Just because it can, you know, change an eyeshadow. Quite versatile. And then I'm gonna go ham and just put a tiny bit more on the inner corner so that that stays. Sometimes I do it with shadow, but actually just thinking about it now, if I use this, it's probably gonna stay in place a lot better. So we'll see. For shadow, I'm using this really old Sharon Osbourne palette. I'm using this peachy colour here, which is a little bit like expensive pink and antiques mixed together, if you know MAC eyeshadows. I'm really sorry, but I have so much makeup and I just don't feel like it makes sense to buy new things just to do YouTube videos. So I'll try and find you substitutes, or what do they call them, dupes? Just sounds so weird. Duplicates. Dupes just sounds weird in a British accent, doesn't it? Duplicates for them, and leave in the description box so you can find things similar. But yeah, it's just a peachy, slightly bronzy shadow. And I'm using a 203 Real Techniques brush just to blend that all over my lid, taking it up to my crease. I'm not going to put any shadow in my crease today. I just don't feel like it. I'm using this colour now from MAC, which is called Dip. It's called Deep Fixation. I swear I went to school, like I've got a degree. I'm clever, apparently, I just can't speak. Right, I'm using Deep Fixation on the same brush to give a tiny bit of dimension on the outside corner of the eye, but I'm keeping all the textures the same. So everything's metallic and shimmery because I think it just adds a tiny bit more cohesion. Oh, that's a good word. Adds a bit more cohesion to the makeup. I don't want anything to look like separate from the rest of everything else that's going on the eye. So that's why I'm using this. Then I'm going to take a 239 and a bit more of this Deep Fixation and just run it just under the lash line. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Oh, sirens, welcome to London. Okay, that should be okay. Right, I'm going to go back to my palette, take the same peachy colour, and I'm literally just going to use it as a little spotlight underneath. It's really subtle, but it just picks up a bit more light in the middle of my eye. And then, because I don't want it to be too saccharine sweet, I'm using a kohl pencil. This is Squid. Oh no, I need a smaller mirror so I don't stab myself in the eye. I'm quite good at that. Right, I'm using Squid and I'm just running that on my waterline. And then I'm going to blink. That face is optional, but I'm going to blink. And this is going to be so weird to watch back because I never see my face when I do that. It probably doesn't look great, but anyway, I am doing that because I'm a little bit like with pencils in my eyes, and sometimes when I try and line my top waterline, I find it really difficult. So I put lots on my bottom, and not on my bottom waterline, and then I just blink really hard, and then it transfers it to the top, and it actually does work. So if you find that you struggle with doing your top waterline, that could help you. Then, mascara. I'm going to use lots of mascara today because I'm not doing any top, oh bug. I'm not doing any top liner. Let me see if I can settle him. I'll be back in a second. So, he's up from his nap. Say hello. What do you want there? The brightest thing on the table. Say hello. To the camera, not to the mirror. Say hello. I would have finished if Mummy turned on her mic, but she forgot. So now you're awake. So I'm going to put him in his high chair and hopefully I can finish this. Okay, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
See you soon. Okay. Okay. So Sesame Street is to the rescue. You're going to hear that in the back of the video until I finish, because that's what's keeping Sugar Bum entertained. For the next part of the look, I'm going to finish my mascara, and I'm going to use lots and lots of mascara. I'm not going to use like a top liner or a pencil or anything because I want it to look really fresh. But I'm going to pile on the mascara. So I'm using my 3D No, no! Extended play. One day I'll get this right without having to look at it. Except I use this every time. I can't remember what it's called. Extended play mascara on the tops and bottoms. And on my lower lashes, I'm just keeping the mascara really close to the root. And then I'm using my 3D, In Extreme 3D Black Lash. I think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called, Bug? Yeah! And I'm going to put lots of this on my top lashes. I think I know this episode of Sesame Street off by heart. He watches this. Or this is what I put on for him every time. I need him to, like, be calm. And it works. He loves it. I love Sesame Street because it's so educational as well. And then I'm going to use this on my bottom lashes as well, which I never really do, but I just want them to be a little bit stronger. But I'm still keeping it really close to the root as well. I don't want to end up with spider lashes, so I don't take it all the way down. That's better. And then for blush, I have this lipstick palette that I've made, and I'm going to use this colour called Kiss Me Coral, and I don't actually think that's a MAC one, so I'm going to see if I can remember where I got that one from. And I'm going to use this as a cream blush, my usual MO. And then I'm going to go back with my foundation brush, the Zoeva one, and just work that into the apples of my cheeks. Where did I get this lipstick from? Kiss Me Coral. Maybe it was a Revlon one? I'll see. I'll see, and I'll find out, and I'll leave it in my description box for you guys. Okay, and then for lips, I'm going to use the same colour, and I'm just going to use my finger because I don't want any hard lines. Like when I think of like makeup for autumn and winter, I think about really structured and strong and lots of like solid edges, you know, lip liner and eyeliner. But spring and summer for me is the opposite. Then I'm going to take a tiny bit of more orange, which is this bright orange colour here, and just, oh, that's pretty. Turn it up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of gloss over the top. I don't know if MAC still make this. It's the Mineralized lip gloss, and the colour is Be Nice. It's just a peachy gloss if you can't find this one. Okay. Then, you alright, Bug? Yeah, you okay? I'm using my Tom Ford blush in the colour Flush, I think it's called. Yeah, 03. And I'm just going to sweep a tiny bit of this over my lipstick blush. Oh, there's a bit of glitter there. And then today I am going to use a tiny bit of highlight. I'm going to use the other side of my brush, and this is once again a really old blusher that I have from MAC called Glisssade. It is a, it's like a rose, a rosy champagne kind of highlight colour. I'm going to use this side and just tap it on here. It has got a tiny bit of a gold shimmer through it. I don't know if that's picking up, but just to accentuate the high points of my cheekbones a bit more. Are you trying to escape? Give Mummy 1 minute, I'm almost finished, okay? Okay, and then finally I'm just going to set the areas that I want to set. So this makeup is supposed to be really dewy and fresh, and I want to keep quite a lot of the sheen. So I'm going to take my Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark, and I'm using a Real Techniques Bold Metals brush in 300 and just sweeping that underneath my eye, because we want a little bit more brightness there. And as you can see, my forehead, the light seeking forehead, is really, really shiny in the middle here. So I'm just going to take the Dark Deep, which is slightly redder. These powders do still give a sheen to the skin, so if you want something completely mattifying, don't use these, and then just on the end of my nose so it's not too shiny there. Bug, do you want to come out?
No.
Do you want to come down?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. That's the final look for today. This is my take on spring makeup. Do you like Mummy's makeup?
This is what I got.
Get your hand out. Get your hand out. This is definitely my style of makeup. I love fresh skin, so spring and summer are like my favourite types of makeup to do because there's always so much light and texture in the makeup. I think somebody wants their lunch. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Who's talking to you?